All for one and one for all, saluting the farmers of America. Hi, I'm Andrew Zimmern, and below in the text of this Instagram video, you will see that I am challenging a couple of chef friends of mine to step up and create their farm-based recipe and encouraging everyone to make a donation in the link in my bio. So let's get started with my duck preparation, shall we? And the first thing that I want to do is get my sauce ingredients going. So in a small pot, I'm going to simmer sugar, soy sauce, dashi. Oftentimes I use handashi, which is a product from Ajinomoto, which is an instant dashi, dehydrated. I'm gonna add some mirin and some sake, and I'm gonna reduce that to a syrup. Normally I make that about a 10 times batch, and I store it in my fridge in containers like this because this traditional Japanese yakitori glaze is something that I put on everything when it comes off the grill or out of the saute pan. It's so multi-purpose. I am gonna take these legs off. This is a Rohan duck, perfected in Sullivan County at Cochecton Farm by Marcus Henley. It's just a stunning, beautiful duckling. Confit those or braise them. All of this incredible fat I will render, save it up for confit. And I breast this out the same way that I would a chicken, except the frame of the chicken is much more vertical. Ducks are flatter. And again, just press your knife against bone and skin, and you will basically be taking all of the meat, right? Carcass, wings, we can trim that up later. This is just absolutely stunning. And then I don't want the duck to curl up. So I'm just gonna lightly score the fat. It also makes a really pretty lattice pattern when it's cooked. And it allows the heat to penetrate to the meat and allows us to render more fat and crisp the skin. I'm going to season the duck once it's in the pan. Put that over medium heat. We're gonna cook this on one side for 10, 11, 12 minutes. Then flip it over for about 90 seconds and serve it because I want to get that skin super, 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 super crispy. I'm basting these in the fat mostly to raise the temperature, and you want to start to see the duck cooking from that bottom side up. Let me show you where we're at right now. I'm guessing another 3 or 4 minutes before we flip it onto the flesh side to cook for the last 60, 90 seconds. You can see here with our sauce, really slow simmering until it's essentially a glaze, keeps all the flavors alive without any bitter aftertaste. So our basting here is really part of the cooking process. And the reason that we're doing this is that final cook of 60, 90 seconds on what is now the top side, we don't want to brown it. The fat itself appears to be taking on a darker color, but I've also noticed that they've tightened and they're starting to plump, which that means that juices from the duck are coming up to the top. And you can see along the sides here that the heat has traveled up and is starting to cook that duck. We're almost at medium rare. So I'm gonna flip these over. Yep, spot on. That's the color we're looking for. Okay, so it's been, 60, 75 seconds. And all we're gonna do is flip these over onto our little cutting board and let that rest for 3, 4, 5 minutes and then slice and serve. The sauce has gotten to a glaze, cooled, strained into this bottle. I big batches, I store it in here. So what I do is put a little squeeze of sauce down, be prudent. You don't want to put tons of it on there. I'm going to cut scallion, and you can see here, crispy skin, and what is going to be perfectly cooked meat. What I've found is cooking to medium rare and letting it rest so you have that perfect pink sort of medium all the way through is what most duck eaters are gonna go for. A little sesame seed, and it really is that simple. Melt in your mouth, Sullivan County duckling. I mean, that just has salt and pepper on it, and I could just eat that all day long. Absolutely fantastic. There you go. Simple salute to the farmer. I like this. It highlights the duck, as any dish should.